Yeah, what's up, Film Nation?
Hi, welcome to the National Music Academy. I'm Mitchell, and today we're continuing our tutorial series, giving you the tips and tricks on making your own home studio. As a musician, you'll want to eventually start recording your own music, be it to put onto YouTube or to SoundCloud, for CDs, or just for your own personal pleasure. It's not hard to make your own home studio. If you've got a computer or a laptop, you've got a studio. But today, we're going to give you an outline of a more semi-professional studio to make sure your sound can sound the best it can be. Here are the basic parts you'll need for your own home studio setup. A computer, a digital audio workstation, an audio interface, a microphone with a stand, XLR and 1/4-inch leads, speakers, and headphones. So you might be thinking to yourself, what is a digital audio workstation? Well, a DAW is a program or device that lets you record, mix, edit, and arrange all of your recorded music. Now, most professional recording studios use more expensive DAWs like Logic, Cubase, Ableton, and primarily Pro Tools. But fear not, there are several cheaper and effective options for you to look at. Audacity is a free program that lets you record multiple tracks at the same time, play along to a click track, do multi-track recordings, and you can export audio files at a relatively detailed level. It also gives you just enough tools to tweak the sound of the recordings, but it doesn't give you a lot in terms of adding effects to your music. GarageBand comes free with all Macs, and it makes doing single and multi-track recordings a breeze. Its layout looks good, and it's easy to navigate. While it doesn't have as many features as its big brother Logic, it does allow you to add in effects, as well as play around with the EQ. The downside is, it's only available on Mac products and not PC. Reaper is another great and inexpensive DAW, only costing about $60 for personal use and about $225 for commercial use. This DAW is very versatile, allowing for multi-track recording, EQ manipulation, MIDI integration, pitch correction, plugin use, a virtual mixer, and more. It's easy to navigate and is a good program for a semi-professional home studio. Tractation's waveform has a lot included under its $100 price tag, with step sequencing, MIDI integration, pitch correction, a virtual mixer, automation, time stretching, and more. It also has a very professional looking layout, which is easy to navigate. If this is too expensive for you, its free version T6 is also very versatile. An audio interface, or an AI, is a device that connects your instrument or your microphone to your computer. This one here is called the M Audio Fast Track, and it's a nifty little gadget. It has everything you'll need for your home studio, so let's quickly go through it. You can see right here we have an XLR input, and this is generally for your microphones. Next to it we have a 1/4-inch input, and this will be for your guitars or your keyboards. Next to it is a direct monitor button, and this lets you be able to hear what you're recording through the headphone jack, which is also a 1/4-inch input. On top we have the gain levels, and these control how much signal comes into the device from the microphone or from the instrument. This one here, as you can see, controls the mic, this one here controls the guitar, and this third one is the overall output. If we look on the back, we can see there are two line outputs for your stereo speakers. We have a B-type USB, this is what you plug your computer into. And this last switch here is called phantom power, as some microphones can only be powered through phantom power. Phantom power supplies power to the microphone you're using. By simply switching that, you'll be able to turn on the microphone. Now, in order to connect your audio interface into your computer, you'll need a special cable with an A-type USB on one end and a B-type USB on the other. Now let's talk about microphones. Now, different microphones do different things and capture different sounds. Dynamic microphones like this are more commonly used in live sound systems, but in a home studio, they're perfect for recording vocals. Condenser microphones like this are a little more expensive than dynamic microphones, but they capture a much clearer sound. They're more commonly used for recording instruments as well as vocals too. Also make sure that you have a stand for your microphone, as you are able to adjust the microphone to be in whatever position you need it to be in. Also, when using a condenser microphone, make sure the little button on the front is facing you. Next, let's talk about leads. Now, all you need to remember is that XLR leads are for your microphone and 1/4-inch jacks are for your guitars and your keyboards. Finally, you're going to want to be able to hear your recordings. This is where speakers and headphones come in. Now with headphones, it's important to get a good quality pair so you can hear your recordings in the best quality sound that you can. It's also important to get overhead earphones, as they generally work better than the in-ear ones. Also, if you're going to plug your headphones into your audio interface, it's important to get an 1/8 of an inch to a 1/4-inch adapter so it'll fit into the audio input. Now let's get to work in setting up our home studio. So let's quickly run through everything. It's important to find a nice quiet spot in your home that's comfortable and that's pretty quiet so you don't get outside noise when you're recording. Make sure that your audio interface is plugged into the back of your computer and that's on. And if you need fan power, that's turned on too. It's also important with your speakers that the left is with the left and the right is with the right so you get the accurate stereo mix. And also if you can avoid putting your speakers in the corner of a room, that'd be good because when you put a speaker in the corner, the bass tends to collect there as well. So make sure you avoid that. Next, let's focus on the microphone. So with your microphone, make sure that's in its stand and the stand's in a position that suits you, whether you're recording your guitar or your vocals, so it's in a good position to capture that sound. Make sure you plug in your XLR cable into the microphone and so it carries into your audio interface. Also, if your microphone needs phantom power, make sure you just turn that on at the back right there. Now that everything is in place, it's time to pull up your DAW. Today we're going to use GarageBand. Once you've created a new project, go to the top bar and click GarageBand, then Preferences. Then go to Audio and MIDI, and for both output and input, select your preferred AI. Next, select this button here, and then start to turn up the gain on your AI. Once this is done, press record and you're good to go. So there you have it, that is how you set up your own home studio. Now in the next video in our tutorial series, we're going to be showing you some more tips and tricks for you to implement in your own home studio adventures.